Okay, now we're going to have a little fun and create a cover page. In order to do that, the first thing I want to do is upload an image file into the document library. And you can use image files for more than just cover pages. You can obviously upload one such as a map or driving directions, something like that, into the shared document library and attach that to faxes. So let's do this. Let's create a monkey logo image. And the type is going to be an image. We're going to put it in the default folder, of course, and we're going to make it public. And now we just have to find the file, which I've stored on my desktop as monkey logo. We hit save, and now that image file is uploaded into the document library. Now let's create a cover sheet. We click on New and give the cover sheet a name. Monkey cover sheet. And now we change the document type to be a cover page. And you'll notice as soon as we did that, this Create Cover Page button appeared. That wasn't there before. We're going to store it in default. We're going to make it public. And do that. And now we're going to click on Create Cover Page, which brings up the editor. And you'll notice you have the fairly standard text editing toolbar up top. You have a toolbar with some special icons, which we'll get into in just a minute. And what's most important is you'll notice that the update button is in the bottom right. So in the other screens, the save button has been in the top left. Here it's in the bottom right. Now, the reality is a cover page is really an HTML document. So anything that you can do in HTML, you can pretty much do in here. And the first thing we're going to do is throw a grid on the screen. And we're going to put in a table that's, 3 columns wide and a bunch high. And now you see, first of all, it's a very small, ugly table, but we'll fix that as we flesh things out. Now I want to center it, and I'll just use the center tool here. And I want to go ahead and insert the monkey logo in that top center cell. So I click to put the focus there, and then I mouse over to the image manager, click on it, and now you'll see it's got the document library there, and the one image file that we have is there. Now we can add an image. If we didn't upload it to the document library beforehand, we can add an image, and you'll see it launched the document upload window. So we could upload another image in there and it would show up in the list. But for now, we're going to click on the monkey logo and hit insert. And there's our guy. He's got headphones on just like me. We're going to shrink this down a little bit so it doesn't take up the whole page. And we're not going to build out a whole cover page, but we're going to flesh one out a little bit. We're going to have the from information over here, and we'll put the to information over here. And now when you want to insert data from the fax, you use what's called a token. And you get to the token manager by clicking on this yellow star, or as it says, hit Control-Shift-T. And now you've got two things. You have the drop-down list with all the tokens in it. And a token is just a way of indicating data from somewhere else. And this will make a lot of sense in just a minute. So here's this big long list of tokens. Now above that is token groups. You can click on these to filter the data in the token list. So for example, if we click on user, then only stuff in the user section of the token list will be here. And so this list is now much shorter. So let's insert the user's display name. Now these are kind of hard to find sometimes, so you're going to notice me mousing around to try to find them. And here we're going to insert the, let's see, we'll do the user again, and we'll insert the user's city, because maybe this is from a multi-location company. Now we're going to indicate the to, and we're going to drop this down, and we're going to change this to the message transaction. And this gives us the information that's on the actual fax that's going out. So we want to send this to the recipient, insert, and we'll put the recipient's company. And again, you can format this however you want. So we can put company, and then insert the token. And we'll insert the recipient company name. Now, you'll notice that these tokens are really just bits of text with $sign at the beginning and the end. That means you can copy and paste them just like you would any other text if you wanted to move it elsewhere or do something fancy with it. Here, I'll hit Control-C to copy, and we'll just paste it right in there. Control-Z to get rid of it because I really don't want it there. What's important to know is that you can't change the internal content of it or eliminate the double $signs. That's what tells the system that it's a token. And let's throw the subject in here. And I would not take cover sheet design skills from me. You can obviously do better. And so we're going to go down here, we'll drop this down and we'll look for message. I believe it's message subject. There we go. Insert. You have a couple other options here. You can insert links, which I wouldn't do since it's just a cover page. Some text variations, and here's the one that you're going to want to use also, which is symbols. So if you need copyrights, trademarks, stuff like that, you can insert those symbols right from there. And you see it plopped one in there. So let's go ahead and hit update, which will now store the new cover sheet in the system. And now we're going to hit save, which will store the cover sheet in the document library. And here we go, the monkey cover sheet. Let's go over to messages and create a new one. And we'll say monkey cover sheet demo. And we'll add a recipient. See how much faster it's gotten now that we use the address book instead of having me type it in every time? And we'll go in here, and we don't want the default cover page for this. Instead, we'll double click on the monkey cover sheet and add that. We'll indicate that we want it held. We'll hit send. Now let's go look at documents on hold. Here's our monkey cover sheet. We open it up, and there we go. There's our cover page. So it is it's HTML, so you have to kind of work with it a little bit to make sure that it ends up looking the way you want it to. But you get the general gist here. Now let's go ahead and get rid of this and flip back. We'll go into the document library and let's edit the cover sheet. Sorry, just double click on it. And now you notice up here there's an edit cover page button. When we click on that, it brings the editor back up. And you'll notice in the bottom left there's a pencil and a set of brackets, and using this you can switch between the design mode and the HTML mode. So if we hit HTML, this is now what's being generated by the system. The reason this is important is you can use other applications such as front page or anything else that can generate HTML, and as long as you get these tokens right, you can just upload that file into FaxCore as your cover page. What makes that really nice is that most people have their cover pages already designed in Word, and within Word you can save a page as an HTML document. Now it'll take a little bit of work probably to clean it up and make it work, but it's a lot easier than recreating the cover page from scratch. And to wrap up, we will just add the notes to the cover page. We'll put them outside of the table that we have up there. Let's insert a token, and that should be under transaction. And this is where, as I said, these things can sometimes be a little difficult to find, so you just kind of have to look around sometimes. Alright, let's switch it to not be restricted, and let's go to message, note, there we go, and insert that token, update it, save it, go into a message. And the nice thing, as you can see, is you don't have to wait for anything. You can very quickly bop around and do it. In the background it is managing it, but it's faster than you are, so you can just go ahead and immediately jump right in and start using it. And so we'll add the monkey cover sheet and a very important document. The test would be, the notes would be, these are test notes. And let's make sure we hold that so we don't bug Marge. And go ahead and hit send. And now in hold, there we go. We open up the document. There's our multiple page document. There are notes. And that pretty much describes how to use cover sheets.